You good, Sor?
It's unbelievable, man.
It's unbelievable. He can't wait to get to the college topic because I know you got a lot to say. But we'll get into that here right after this show. As I'm checking my watch, and I just got a notification from Netflix that's talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, I'm not playing that shit, so
I don't care enough.
I don't care. It's not it. Grand Theft Auto has never consumed my life.
If I wanted to go to Miami, I would just drive a couple hours, bro.
Exactly.
I can experience everything Grand Theft Auto got to give in real life, bro.
Oh wait, that's what is it? Vice City.
Yeah,
Vice City is the Miami. I live near Liberty City. Lincoln's over there at San Andreas. We got this whole shit covered, bro.
Yeah, we already got to cover. We're living Grand Theft Auto. We don't got to play it. We're living it.
Make sure you take yourself off mute, Lincoln, just so you don't forget. No, I saw the icon. I was just letting you know, brother. Anyways, yo, everybody, welcome. Huh?
What were you talking about? Leave what off the thing?
He was on mute.
Oh, okay.
I was just letting him know. Take yourself off mute.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was panicking. I almost left the room by accident.
No, don't leave the room. We are locked in, baby. Hopefully the what everybody has said, well, these two guys have said that my audio issues seem like they have fixed themselves. I wanted to let you know I think it was an interface issue. I apologize to Kevin last night. I was like, I have absolutely no idea why well, first of all, my camera wasn't charged all the way, so it's neither here nor there. But this, I don't know what happened with the audio, man. It's just, it's fixed now. So we're going to hang on by a thread and get through today's shows. I'm everybody's favorite couch quarterback, Dante, here. My man, Lincoln. We're going to introduce you first.
What's up, guys?
And then Sora, a couple hours away from Vice City.
The audacity.
We got a lot to
with the peace sign and everything, bro.
Yeah, man, we got a lot to get into today. And both of these shows I feel like we're going to get into some pretty good conversations here. First things up, we got to talk about Ashton Jeanty's injury. Then we're going to get into Deshaun Watson being named the starter of the Browns. we kind of got a curveball topic that we threw in there. I forgot who it was that put it on the list. I don't know if it was Sora or Lincoln, but I think that this is a fantastic topic to talk about because of the makeup of this team. But Jonathan Brooks, maybe a secret weapon for the Panthers.
Yeah.
And then kind of threw a curveball. This wasn't on our list, but it released today, the Nike rivalry jersey, so we can just react to those at the end of the show. So I know we got
AKA just follow the Twitter.
Oh, I was on a rampage. Did you see that, bro? I was like, I was back to back to back to back to back. Like I was just.
I feel like that's how I first learned about the rivalries. Was I looked on Twitter and it was just Dante. I was like, what's happening?
I got a notification because I have my notifications turned on for the Jaguars, of course.
Oh yeah, those are awful.
So I saw theirs first, and then I was like, oh yeah, okay. So if they release theirs on their media team, that means everybody else has got theirs on a timer to release as well. So for those that didn't know, is the NFC North and the AFC South is what the ones that they did this year. My God. Last year's were okay because I like the Jets. I like the Patriots. If you can get past the Arizona Cardinals looking like tortillas and like actually know that's sand, I think that the helmets, they should rock those all the time, though. I thought the helmets were fantastic. Some of the other ones just made me want to throw up on my mouth, but these, the whole AFC South as a whole, rest in peace. Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah.
The NFC North definitely had the better ones because I think I like 3 out of the 4 teams.
The Lions were really good.
Man, everybody kept comparing them to the we're going to get into it because some people are just like, they're dumb. Let's get into the chat real quick, man, before we actually dig into.
It's better than the ones when they look like Kroger, all right?
That is true. That is true.
I remember those days.
Let's get into the chat real quick, man. Say what's up to our people. Edwin Estrada. What's happening, my brother? Rams fan. We're going to call him the Ramily around here. That's our Ramily. Torque. Your segment's coming up next show, brother. So hold on.
Yeah, we might just have to give Torque the link and just tell him go off.
Yeah. Send me a voicemail or something so I can play it on the show. Actually, send me a voice memo on Discord of how you feel. I'll play it on the show. Shit, watch me commit Grand Theft Auto right now. Just kidding. Oh man, don't do it, Edwin. Don't do it. My man Kevin's in the chat. He says salute to you fellas. What's good? Hey, can't complain, man. I got a new laptop at work and now I'm cooking now. The last couple days have been insane. Big Mac, what's up, bro? It's good to see you. That's the what do we call him? The security guard of Gridiron Apex?
Yeah, security guard.
Yeah, the security. That's our security guard. At the front door. So, you know what I'm saying. We made it work, bro. Salute to Gridiron Apex. Appreciate you, man. Dana's in the chat as we're talking about the Arizona Cardinals a little bit. Jamar Chase, minor knee hyperextension. He says that he was fine, so I'm gonna just go with the idea that the guy was fine. So, yeah, that's what it looks like. If anything, he'll sit out this week, heal up, and get back out there. Don says Gridiron Apex. No, should I put that on his t-shirt? Big Mac said I actually like the Jaguars. What the bro? They were ugly as hell, bro.
You gonna have to give vote out for that one.
So yeah, we got a lot to get into. Let me go ahead and throw this chat up on this side. It's a lot easier to read. So anything before we get into the topics, man, because I feel like that like I said, there's gonna be a lot that gets mentioned.
I think
I got nothing right now. I finished a discussion post for school. That was nice.
I heard Jamar Chase got hurt a little bit in training, but he said he'll be ready in week 1.
Yeah, that's what we were saying with Dana's comments. Yeah.
Both Smitty and Mekhi Lemon are full participants at Eagles training camp, so that's good.
Nice
for me.
That's great for you. If it's great for you, then I love it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Tank Bigsby still getting more reps. We love it.
I love it. You know, I knew he wasn't gonna be. I was the.
It's beautiful.
Remember last year, I was like, I don't see him being a part of this team. I feel like he's gonna be a trade candidate. He ends up getting traded, and all the Jaguars fans are looking at me like I had 10 heads. Why would we trade Tank Bigsby? Because we drafted like 3 running backs, brother.
Yeah, you also drafted like 2 running backs afterwards, Tootin and Vidal. Who's the other guy you drafted last year?
The kid from Syracuse. Why am I drawing a blank on his name?
And then obviously, A-Chain left in free agency and all that. And
don't say that word.
Don't say it.
Don't say that word, man. I'm still upset about this shit.
Why would you say his name?
Brother, it's insane.
But they rewarded you with new jerseys.
What the hell is that kid's name? It starts with an L.
LeQuint.
LeQuint Allen.
Yeah.
Okay. LeQuint Allen. There you go.
Yeah. LeQuint Allen.
That's right. My bad.
Well, there were a lot of running backs last year, right?
Facts. All right, let's just slide right into this, man. So Ashton Jeanty got hurt. Social media went into a goddamn frenzy when they heard this. Everybody started freaking out. They were thinking, "Oh my goodness!" First of all, the inside reporting teams for the Raiders or the beat writers made it seem like because he couldn't put pressure on his leg that it was possibly a knee, and like the players are on the field like praying and everything.
Yeah, literally, they were like the entire team took a knee, prayed in silence. Everybody's thinking like this brother is cooked.
And to be honest, I said this once and I'll say it again. Ashton Jeanty and Brock Bowers go down, this team is cooked. It just like if they will be a 0-17 team if they go down. Like I have no faith that they would be good. I mean, we already know that they're not going to be that great this season just by the way that they drafted, but I mean, if those 2 guys get hurt, I really don't know. But anyways, so what it presumably saw was social media have a frenzy because they were like, man, he might be out for the season. The way that he's grabbing his knee, and then I think Ashton Jeanty was kind of trolling on social media. I think he said something about Mike Washington, posted something about Mike Washington. Some people thought like they start freaking out about that too. It's been crazy. I've just been reading into a couple different things about the Raiders, but the news came out. The brother's going to be okay. And what we're going to see from him is just a sprained ankle, it seems like. So everybody knows what sprained ankles. It could be super severe. And then on the other side of that, it could be a couple weeks and you're back and nothing happens, or act like nothing happened. Adam Schefter tweeted out like an hour after everybody went crazy. Ashton Jeanty, who had to be helped off the practice field today, is believed to have sprained his ankle. The Raiders still are unsure how long he'll be out, but it's not considered a long-term injury, and the organization is breathing a sigh of relief tonight. Raiders declined to comment on Jeanty's injury. So open up the floor, man. I mean, what do you guys think?
Obviously you talked about it before of all the players literally taking down a knee, praying on the sideline. Like it looked and sounded, obviously, because we're not on that practice field, but it looked and sounded a lot worse. And then, as you just mentioned, confirmed to be a sprained ankle, which ranges about 1 to 6 weeks of I'm no doctor, but from what all the research that I have seen, it is about 1 to 6 weeks for the sprained ankles. So, it's a possibility, maybe week 1 in Miami, but whether or not that's even true, like if week 1 is a possibility for Ashton Jeanty, I do think this is, this isn't exactly why they drafted Mike Washington, but, do the smart thing, let Jeanty rest and have Mike Washington be the one to kind of carry the load for the time being. Obviously, coaches have loved him. The fans have loved him. He's had a pretty okay training camp. He's had some good runs. Granted, you know, a lot of holes have opened up for him. Pause. But you know, he's looked serviceable for this short time for Jeanty to recover. Don't rush him. You know, do kind of like what the Cardinals have done or are probably going to do for Jeremiah Love. That's why Tyler Algier is still there, even though they signed him in free agency. But you know, they had this thought of doing the 1-2 running back combo with those two guys. Unfortunately, your first punch is out now, but you still have Tyler Algier. Use him, utilize him, and I recommend the same thing for Mike Washington Jr. Utilize the man.
Yeah, I mean, you chose him, and by the consensus, he's looked awesome, even though he's sprung past a couple big runs. The second one, I wasn't like broke down that film. I've already told people on Twitter. I'm just like, okay, I think that was just a broken down play by the defense. I don't think that's happening all the time. Yeah. Versus, you know, on the other side too is that, you know, Mike Washington had a couple bad plays right after that people just failed to recognize, getting tackled in the backfield. But it's neither here nor there. I mean, I do feel better about Mike Washington than I would, you know, I would say like his comparable with the hype is kind of like Caleb Johnson. But, you know, if you told me to pick one over the other and who would have a better career, I would probably say Mike Washington at this point.
Yeah. I definitely think it's, you know, he wasn't, or he knew that he'd be the running back too behind Ashton Jeanty. That's why he was drafted so high. Like he knew this expectation. But you know, I believe I had him on my top 10 list as well of running backs. But you know, I've liked Mike Washington, and again, he's kind of not lived up to the hype. Obviously, you've broken down everything, but he's been serviceable enough. And you look at their first two opponents. Let's say, for now, what it looks like is that he'll be out until week 3. You've got the Miami Dolphins, who are terrible. So, you know, you're able to capitalize off of that. Mike Washington should still be good. And then the Chargers, let's be real with the Chargers. You're going to have to rely a lot on your passing game more than your run game for the Chargers on that point. Brock Bowers is going to have to be the focal point, granted, for both games. But against the Chargers and that defense, you already knew that Brock Bowers was going to be the main focal point there.
Yeah, shout out to our guy, Omari, man. Omar, I'm going to make you a mod for the time being, just so you can plug your stuff in the chat. Not to go all like fangirl style for Omari, because that's nasty work. But make sure you plug your channel in the chat, bro. I want people to go over there. Even if you're not a Jets fan, this is one of the smartest dudes. And I don't promote people like that. This is one of the smartest dudes in the community that I actually have a lot of respect for. So make sure to plug your stuff, bro. Glad that you're here. Glad seeing you in the chat. Lincoln, give us your thoughts, man. You're out there on the West Coast, so is Rome burning down?
Yeah, are the buildings on fire? Yeah, what's the scene? Let's get a live LAPD chopper cam look.
I think like whoever like started the fantasy draft, everybody was like going crazy. They were like, "Fuck." And all I know is just like, you guys better pick up Mike Washington. But overall, like I've saw Mike Washington. He's fine. But overall, it's just kind of like there's some kind of like plays that like he didn't do well. But overall, like I think knowing Kubiak, he's just gonna run like a 1-2 punch. So basically, I think he's gonna have Dylan Lobb doing all the passing work at this point.
Dylan Lobby, yes, a fan favorite.
Yes, especially with what Zamir White went where the Saints.
I think he got traded.
He got traded
Yeah.
to.
I think it was the Saints.
I don't think it was the Saints.
I think it was Tampa.
Which is crazy because him and Deion Jones
it was the Saints. It was the Saints.
Was Deion Jones on the Saints? Okay. So what was so funny about this trade is like these two were free agents, like not on a roster, just out there on 1-year deals, and people were just trading for people that we're just gonna later release. It's funny. Go ahead.
I mean, it's funny because it's also I think now I think we were talking about Trey Benson. Now he's like cut and injured. I think he's still injured, is he?
Yeah, he went through the waivers and is now back on the injured reserves.
And overall, I don't know how long Ashton Jeanty is going to be out, but if I think whatever they're saying, like if he couldn't put weight on his like his ankles or anything, I think it might be a high ankle sprain. I'm not too sure about it, but it could be like 4 to 6 weeks, maybe. Oh, what source said? I think it could be 3 to 6 weeks between.
Yeah, they're gonna get him back sooner than they were if he was to have torn his knee. I mean, that's just a simple fact of, regardless of how good medicine is, anytime somebody's tearing their knee up. And I kind of look at this situation with, with Ricky Pearsall right now, right? Like that one hurts. I mean, that was our guy, like one of the nicest dudes that we've ever.
Why?
One of the nicest guys that we ever met, in person, as far as like the players are concerned. But it's neither here nor there. He's been battling this PCL thing for years now. And what's funny is if they don't take care of Brock Bowers, he's kind of battling kind of not a similar, but a PCL thing too. So they got to be very careful on how they deal with these knee injuries, because we always rave about, oh, modern medicine is so good nowadays, and then you got guys with knee injuries that are still out for the season and things like that. Yeah. So
well, especially because it's and I think Schefter included this in his report, but for mainly for Jeanty, it's not a where did it go? It's not a ligament or a fracture or anything like that. So this is about as good of the best kind of bad news you could get in this type of situation. We know it's not a knee. We know it's not a season-altering injury. There's no fracture, not a fracture, not a torn ligament, not long-term. So all the prayers worked, basically.
Yeah. I am, I don't want to say I'm scared for Ashton Jeanty. I'm just, this is not good news for Raiders fans whatsoever. I don't think you still can't look at an injury to your star player and be like, oh, it's okay. No, because he's pretty much, him or Brock Bowers are the two best players on your team.
Are your focal points.
Yeah. Well, outside of Max Crosby, right? But even Max Crosby has had some injuries over the years too that like people just tend to ignore as well.
I don't know, if I was the Raiders, I take my time on Ashton Jeanty. Like I wouldn't rush him back in.
Especially, well, here's the thing. How many head coaches and quarterback combos have we seen from the Raiders over the years? I think it's like we've had 4 combinations or something like that. The Raiders need to take a page out of what the Jets had done, just hanging on to the coach and seeing what he can do in another full offseason, getting some more of his guys, and hopefully those guys develop and adjust to the game. But you can't, these 1-year exits for coaches, I don't think does anybody any good. They're just trying to find overnight success. And you're right. If you're going to deal with this Ashton Jeanty thing, you better let it. What did we say last week? It's the same thing that we said last week. Let these guys. Yeah, with all the guys that got injured, right? Let these guys heal up as much as possible. You not wasted, but you chose these guys very high in the draft, and the best thing that you can do is nurse this injury and save the player from himself, because everybody knows. I mean, if you've ever played football or any sport, you want to be on the field as much as possible, even if you're not 100%. But like, the state of the franchise long term is you don't want to go and draft another great running back in next year's draft when you obviously have holes at like your defensive line, for example. Like the guy that they should have chosen, Caden McDonald, just had a field day on him last week. So like, how many times can you strike out, and scratch your head of like, where are we going to be here in a couple of years?
Yeah. I think this is one of those as well where, you talk about the first coach situation, and, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. Raiders already were not going to have the best season. They're still very young. Still, it's going to be a multi-year process to, be able to compete with the rest of the teams in your division. Not saying that they're going to go like 0-17, especially with Ashton Jeanty being out, but that's him and Brock Bowers, as we mentioned multiple times, is the face of your offense. It is your focal point on offense. Shut him being Ashton Jeanty down for a while until he's 100%. Rely on Mike Washington and Dylan Lobby. And quite honestly, coach has got a year of, not a year of a grace period, but if they are below expectations of what everybody, fans, media, etc., everybody thinks, you technically do have the first thing that's going to get brought up is, well, we didn't have Ashton Jeanty for the first half of the season, or for however long,
Yep, you already know.
And then if that, at that point, then Fernando Mendoza gets thrown in, you've got the other safety blanket of, well, it's a rookie quarterback.
I mean,
not saying that they'll use that excuse, but the media definitely will. For damn sure, the media will.
I mean,
so
it
is there.
I mean, it's also like they view them like Ashton Jeanty as a generational player. It's like you might as well just like treat your generational player to like keep them stay long, like healthy.
Pamper this man until he's 100%.
Yeah, especially like having Brock Bowers and Ashton Jeanty, like seeing them as two generational talent. I say that like take your time with them. Don't force them into it. Like adding on to that is just like how I think later on to the topic about like Jonathan Brooks too as well, and they like the way they handled like players is just like rushing them in and then just re-injuring themselves, and then it's just going to be like another year of just regression or like stunting their like progression to be better.
Yep. Or just like you're not seeing their full potential, because like I had said on yesterday's show with the Sports Chasers, like good players are good players even after injury. I mean, I'm not saying every player is going to be Adrian Peterson or Tom Brady or Drew Brees. I'm naming guys that are absolute Hall of Famers. One that just got inducted and two are surefire Hall of Famers. Adrian Peterson's getting in this year, no question. Right. But we're just saying that like it is possible that great players can come back from injuries, but also, they had took time to know their bodies and know that they were 100% or, at least 95% before they came back and caused destruction for the whole league. Like this is just not some overnight process. Smart, great players are smart, great players for a reason. And you see how much like Tom Brady talks about taking care of his body. Drew Brees was never supposed to play quarterback after his Chargers injury. I mean, I don't know if people looked into that shoulder injury, but the doctor told him like, this is nasty work. You'll never be able to throw a football ever again. And then just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Adrian Peterson was not supposed to come back in that short amount of time. He did, and then he led the league in rushing his second year and damn near almost broke the record. Yeah, and won MVP. Like, I know those are exceptions to the rules, but like, again, these are first-round players, and I can't say that the Raiders didn't draft Ashton Jeanty in the first, the first 10 picks? I believe it was
sixth round. Oh no, sixth pick.
Sixth round. Yeah. I mean, if you choose him with the 6th overall pick, you expect him to be the next Adrian Peterson. I mean, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you, because that's what you're saying. You pick Bijan that high. Guess what Bijan's trajectory already is? Hall of Fame. I mean, just look at his numbers, right? So,
damn Skippy.
I mean, not everybody is looking at it that way, but the Raiders have to make sure that this guy's 1,000%, because they don't want to be the reason why, well, you rushed him back too soon and you wasted we picked this guy 6th overall and he just was never right after his injury. Because you could be looking at this, and I'm going to zoom in on Sora real quick. You don't want to have another DJ Lagway situation.
Hey, but you right, though. You right.
Or Saquon Barkley, like for example, he was never healthy in the Giants, and then he went to the Eagles and won a Super Bowl. Yeah.
Well, the thing about their offensive line is they're still trying to figure it out. I mean, they got Charles Grant, they got all kinds of guys that they switched around so much last year, even with Jackson Powers Johnson not being healthy. He was supposed to be a big focal point. Like, That team is just, I don't know. It's kind of like, the best way to explain the Raiders to me is you have all the pieces on the table and you got part of the puzzle piece together and you got 1,000 pieces, but you only got 10 of them bitches like completed. And you're trying to navigate your way through it. The whole puzzle set. That's what the Raiders are right now. It's just they have a lot of great players, but to me, it's kind of like you're just gambling. You're gambling a lot of this stuff away when you played around with the Max Crosby thing, and then you got Ashton Jeanty hurt, and then Brock Bowers has been concerning in training camp with his knee being all taped up and shit, and it's like this team is like falling apart before week 1 even gets here. I'm not saying to raise the red flag, but like it doesn't help with this whole situation, and you have a rookie quarterback on top of that.
You also got to wonder if, especially with this injury already happening of Ashton Jeanty, everything that you've already mentioned, the concern with Brock Bowers, and now on top of that, if Ashton Jeanty, if the Raiders don't start off hot, you got to wonder if trade deadline Crosby is going to want out again and ask for a trade at trade deadline.
I mean, the Cowboys have been a hot spot that has been talked about for Max Crosby for months now too. So
months, years.
I mean, when is it a time where like, I'm not saying like do right by Max Crosby like he owes them something, but I mean, you don't want to see a great player just wash away on a bad team his whole career. Like, it's kind of like watching Dan Marino not win a Super Bowl.
I was going to say the football version of Mike Trout. He had his chance to get out and he never did.
Not to get into the baseball stuff, but yeah. Mike Trout kind of just disappeared for a little bit and now he's back.
Yeah.
So that's a Mike Trout issue. He should have never signed that crazy contract with the Angels. He should have went somewhere else. and to be honest, but it's not a baseball channel. I only know a little bit. I don't watch that shit like that, but I'm a Mike Trout guy though. When he's on, he's on. He used to be one of those dudes that like, if you paid for a ticket to go watch him play, you most likely going to see him hit the ball at least one of them times. There's not a lot of players you could say that about every time you go to the ballpark. So he was always a surefire to get a hit. Anyways, anything else before we move on to the next topic, man?
Well, it's now Mike Washington's show now, so it's gonna show how we evaluate Mike Washington as it is. He's gonna play like average or bad, so we don't know. I mean, he could also like have a great game too, so we're just gonna have to see how Mike Washington's gonna be playing.
That is very true. That's a great point, because you can't treat him like he's the Ashton Jeanty 6th overall pick, but like the way the fans keep talking about this dude, he better be everything that they want or they're going to be crying like actual tears. Don't they play the Dolphins week 1, I believe?
Yeah, week 1 is the Dolphins, and then they face the Chargers week 2.
Oh, man. Okay, so they play a shitty team week 1, so it should be a good measuring
stick. That's what I'm saying.
Where
you
they're
at least
supposed to
have
be.
the Dolphins, like, you've got, shit team versus shit team week 1. So you should be able to gauge where you stand among the worst, and then you face, the Chargers, a top team in your division. Good luck.
Yeah, that should soften the blow a little bit, but I think Justin Herbert and them are going to dunk on them, bro.
I don't know, because it's like, I'm not going to lie, because I think Rodriguez is going pretty well and as a Mike back for the Dolphins, and he looked really good right now, so I don't know how well their running game is going to be. Well, in the Dolphins' running defense, I think they're going to be good with, I think Rodriguez running that linebacker position.
Yeah. Yeah, Jacob, man. Why is Jacob Rodriguez on the fucking Dolphins, bro? I can't believe this.
The first play, he's already like deflecting a pass already, like.
Yeah, I was about to say there was that one. He had like this Air Jordan jumping interception at training camp. I saw that. I was like, look at him go. Look at my
Shit
boy.
makes me sad, man. He shouldn't be playing for the shitty ass Dolphin.
Yeah.
He's gonna be great, man. Then you have Sonny Styles when Jacob Rodriguez and Jake Golday were 2 first-round linebackers. Even had his mom, Jake Golday's mom, retweeted what I said about Sonny Styles because I said that Jake Golday was a first-round linebacker that everybody missed on. And Jake Golday's going crazy for the Vikings as well. And Brian Flores is just sitting there with a Birdman hand rub right now, bro.
That, like... Yeah, for Rodriguez and or Golday to go to like a Brian Flores would have been deadly. And what happened? One of them went there. Like,
yeah,
nasty work, bro.
Shout out to Alfredo. What's up, man? Manny says the Dolphins is a freebie win every week, bro. It was. I heard it was so bad in practice today that like Malik Willis had to bring the whole offense in and start yelling at him. Like, that's how bad it's been. But dude, you're throwing to fucking midgets. Unfortunately,
yeah, you're throwing to the smallest wide receiver room. Yeah, I heard that the passing was awful for Miami. Can somebody remind me who's Miami's passing game coordinator again?
I don't even fucking know. Who is it?
It's that terrorist Kevin Patalo.
Oh fuck.
I'm just saying, for all those that want to point at the offense of last year and then see the same shit on it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence at all.
It's nasty work, man.
I'm just saying, like,
stack the box on A-Chain.
And yet A-Chain's still probably going to get 100 yards. He's just going to be tired. That wear and tear, man, is going to go crazy on him.
Stack the box on A-Chain and hopefully that Nakobe Dean stays healthy. Oh, shit. I mean, Sora knows. They excited about Nakobe Dean, but that motherfucker is made out of cookie dough, bro.
Yeah, I mean, when Nakobe Dean was healthy, an amazing player for us. Wet.
Oh yeah, didn't they made Caleb Douglas now like wide receiver 1 in the Miami Dolphins?
I would too. If it was me, I would too. Fuck it. They got Quay Walker too. I love Quay Walker. But that dude's gonna be backpacking the shit out of that defense. I'm telling you right now. him and I almost said Myles Garrett, Max Crosby are gonna be backpacking them, bro.
And then Kwity Paye also, Kwity Paye's still there.
I think Kwity Paye is like going through some injury stuff too, like a hamstring.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that part.
Oh, yeah. They also rushed in, like, I think Gerald McCoy. I think not Gerald McCoy. It's 4th rounder pick. He's the cornerback. I think they're rushing him.
Oh, Jermont.
You said Gerald. I was like,
Gerald McCoy, man, he follows me on Twitter.
I was gonna say, when did he unretire? Hold up, I missed it. When I
I know they're rushing back Jermont McCoy too, and then he like I thought his injury was like not 100%.
That dude's got a hole in his knee, bro.
Man, yeah, I mean, I don't know why they're rushing him back to play in this preseason. Like, he's another one. Like, he's another one that people are just like, let's just go to the team doctors. This is why I don't blame Baltimore when they brought Max Crosby and the doctors are like, hell no. Like, I mean, trust your people, man. But the team doctors are, of course, gonna. I don't know. It's weird to me. Now,
yippee!
This one, I get it, but honestly, this preseason, if you're just looking at it, to me, it was like 50-50. And if I was did we even see Taylor Green throw one pass?
No.
We didn't see him have one run?
No.
I think it's not even like registered. Like,
this man Taylor Green was just holding the clipboard.
Ah, shit, hold up. I just got a notification that Yannick and Guacque fucking working out.
Oh,
shit.
Philly, please.
Shit.
I've been asking for this for years.
Man, it's average 7.5 sacks everywhere he's been. And then people are just like, nah, he's washed. If I was Todd Monken, I'd be like Dylan Gabriel's a starter. Or Taylor, or Taylor. It would have been crazy if he was like, "No, Taylor Green is starting." Man, the whole
Fans would have been like,
base,
"I forgot we had him, bro."
They better fuck. To me, to make such a rash decision, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna let you guys speak because I don't really have too much that I want to get into with this because like I think this was the right move until what happened a couple days ago, right after their game, when Mr. Deshaun Watson wanted to get up on the podium and just completely throw the city of Cleveland under the bus, even though this is a hard one to either agree or disagree with because of his actions, his legal actions that have happened. But I feel for him as a person because I wasn't about that shit when he tore his Achilles up and the fans were booing him. I was like, all right, bro. Like, something's got to give here. That's fucking crazy. But I understand, but I don't understand at the same time. You throw the whole city of Cleveland under the bus and you talk shit. To me, for Todd Monken to be like, yeah, in a couple days on Monday, I'm going to announce a starter, to not even consider that, especially the starting quarterback of your team, who's the face of your franchise. Well, what you're saying whenever you name a quarterback is this is the face of the team, the guy that's going to be on every billboard and, you know, is going to represent us, win, lose, or draw. That's just the quarterback position. So now you're putting this guy on Front Street after he made the comments that he made. I'm going to just tell y'all right now, if you need to tune into the Cleveland game week 1, because I can guarantee you this. When fucking Deshaun Watson comes out the tunnel, there's going to be shit that is going to be thrown at him. Mm-hmm. It's going to be loud ass boos. People are going to boo him every fucking drive. Every drive. They're going to boo him when he scores a touchdown. I almost guarantee it when you watch this shit. It's going to be, I wish that Hard Knocks has gone on through the season so you can see things, because this would be crazy. For his mental, I'm not sure why he didn't just request a release if he hated the city so much. That's kind of like where I'm at with this. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. If like you hate Cleveland so much, why don't you just ask for your release or a trade? Because I honestly thought that was going to happen. I don't understand why he didn't. And now you're the quarterback of the city, bro. It's kind of like you have put yourself in your own demise by making the comments. Now you've been named quarterback number 1. So guess what, Deshaun? Week 1, all this shit happens. You just going to have to take it, homie. Because you could have got out of this situation. And from Todd's perspective, I got a lot of respect for Todd Monken. But how do you not consider that into this decision? You got 4 quarterbacks, and we didn't even see one. We saw Dylan for a couple snaps. The fuck are we doing? I mean, this is the most important. If teams are getting rid of first-year head coaches at a clip that's higher than we've ever seen, I would be scared to have made the wrong decision here. But he's got this infatuation with Deshaun for whatever reason. I'm not saying that I'm pro Shador, but the last game Shador showed you that he was a better quarterback. I'm going to just be honest with you. So, fellas.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is I feel like your leading case should be, for if you're Monken, of next year, I need to select the quarterback that I want next year. That's just kind of how I feel that it is for Monken to hopefully save his job, because you're absolutely right. There's been a high of just one and done coaches. It's a miracle Aaron Glenn didn't get canned for the New York Jets. But you know, something that's pretty interesting with Watson is that he's played 19 games in 5 seasons. And you know, their owner, the Browns owner, even said like, look, we took a big swing and a miss with Deshaun. We thought we had a quarterback and we didn't, and we gave up a lot for this man. So we're going to have to dig ourselves out of the hole. You know, you had the pretty much the one-way race, or the 1v1 between Watson and Shador. You know, earlier on before this previous preseason game, there was a day where Deshaun Watson started QB1 over Shador on Shador's day, and so obviously you've got the back and forth there. Then the actual game comes out, and, you know, as you can kind of see here, yes, he threw an interception, but he also got a touchdown. So Shador had, and again, we're not pro Shador here, but it's like, you know, Shador did have a better day than Deshaun. You know, I think this is pretty much we're salvaging it, whether or not it's following the contract or anything like that. Monka believes that this is the best that he's got for now. It'll be interesting. And I think it's listen, we're just trying to salvage it. We've got a group of young receivers here, young guys, young running backs. I need a quarterback, and it just may not be on this roster yet. He may still be at college. He may be in Oregon. Who knows?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I did want to go back to this graphic though. Shout out to my man Authentic. Everybody knows if you don't know Authentic, you should know. That's big bro around here for us. But he made these two graphics, and I thought they were very interesting. Deshaun Watson in Cleveland actually doesn't have terrible stats, especially coming after a season that, you know, or the whole 2 years that he was off before he actually came to Cleveland, being away from football, and still has a better touchdown to interception ratio than Shador did in his first season, Shador had the worst QBR in the NFL, by the way. A 56.6 fucking completion percentage is fucking horrible. I'm sorry. If you guys don't know, and I've said this once and I'll say it again, not to dunk on Shador, we're sitting there dunking on Deshaun, but if your completion percentage is less than 62% on average, when I look at your season, and I don't look at completion percentage as being everything. It's just a good measuring stick to see where a good quarterback should be statistically. You see Deshaun is kind of sitting right under that 61.2, but he's still in the 60s. 56.6 is insane, bro. I mean, that's nasty work. How the fuck are we defending this year to year to year, man?
Is that go ahead. The Anthony Richardson's completion rate too?
Yeah, Anthony's in the 50s as well. There ain't no saving him. So there's no difference to the team if he sits at home or plays financially. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of find it weird because, like, everybody keeps saying, like, it's the money, it's the money, it's the money.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
I don't think Todd gives a fuck about that. He's won national championships. He cares about winning.
Like, because look at Russell Wilson. Like, he gets paid so massively, and everybody dog shit on him. And then he got replaced, and they didn't even give a fuck about the contract. So it's like, to be honest, it's not even about the contract.
Yeah, that's what exactly. This is one of the things that I just don't understand about fans in general, because they go with a narrative and they just shoot that shit forward,
ride or die, baby,
down the peace pipe, dog. One of the things you have to understand in this whole decision, even if Shador played better than him in that last preseason game, you were not within those four walls. You were not at every single practice. You were not charting and seeing every single throw outside of social media, which is not going to show you everything. Todd Monken has tape from every single practice. His coaches are telling him things. The players are probably coming in his office and telling him things. You want to see who efficiently runs your offense the best way. What we're looking at the end of the day in the preseason on tape is just 3 games when they've been looking at this shit for weeks at this point, months at this point, of what these two players matched up to be. So we can't sit here in a vacuum. And a lot of people's mind, like, yeah, Drew Aller and Ty Simpson played their ass off in the preseason, but everybody knows that they're not the number one starter and there's no competition there, right? So it's easy to say Drew and Ty are going to be good players from what we've seen. But this is a little different because this is an active competition that was going on between these two and Dylan, because Todd said himself that Dylan was part of this quarterback competition. But to be naive in the fact that to kind of supersede what Todd and the rest of that staff has seen up to this point. And then when Deshaun gets there and be like, oh, Deshaun doesn't deserve to start. Well, they've been evaluating this dude since day one, and they said that this was an open competition. They had to work between 3 quarterbacks. And obviously, Talon, if he wasn't starting in the preseason, I mean, we could talk about it and just laugh about it, but realistically, they weren't. If you're not seeing Talon Green starting in the preseason, he must have been cheeks. I mean, the coaches were like, he's not ready to run the offense.
You know, we've seen Jalen Daniels out here for the Bucks. Like, he's been bumping himself up to QB3, hell, potentially even QB2. Like, I saw him live Saturday against the Chiefs. That man was electric on offense.
Man, I'm telling you what, man. There's no bigger fans of Jalen Daniels than us, man. Once Nicky got out of there and then cursed Drew. But once he got out of Kansas, and he stayed healthy those 2 seasons and we saw it,
he was popping off.
Jalen Daniels is what everybody wanted Jalen Milroe to be so far. And what we've seen, the action that he's gotten. Deshaun is, let's see the contract. I'm not a contract
Wasn't it
guy.
5 years?
I think like 230 million, 5 years.
He would be an unrestricted free agent next year. Is that right? He has 4 void years if he gets cut, which is through 2030. So they built that in. But he has a signing bonus of 8.9 million. God damn. The contract, this is fucking gross.
The more and more you look at it, the more and more you go, oh yeah, this did happen.
I don't want to bash Shador, but it's just the hype is just way too much, and I think it's just kind of like, even like, I think you gotta take what like Andrew Barry said. It's also like we're just evaluating whoever just give us the like chance to win, because everyone wants to keep their job. I think Andrew Barry wants to keep the job because I think he's been there the longest, and like Tom Monken is trying to show that
Yeah, no one wants to get fired.
That he could flip this like terrible Browns team to be successful. And I think it's to the point where like I think he's saying that like Deshaun Watson was like ready
and let's be real,
in training camps.
Yeah, let's be real though. Pieces are there for the Browns. Like, defense has done well. There's offensive pieces that are there, obviously. It's just, again, you got to figure out the whole quarterback situation. Your receiver room is young. Your starting running back's heading into his 2nd year. You know, you just got to get a good young quarterback out of this draft with like your first overall, or not first overall, potentially first overall, who knows, but with your first rounder. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But I do think Monken has a plan, and they're going to give Monken more than this 1 year, because I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't go with Harbaugh to the Giants if he wasn't prepared for the shit show that's going to be at Cleveland that he took.
My thing is, and just to answer this, man, he was a rookie quarterback for the Browns. Like, who the fuck did he have on offense last year besides Fan and Jr.? Where's the same energy for Dylan when he threw 7 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, but Shador had 7 touchdowns and 10 interceptions? Like, and
Gabriel also got injured as well.
Just because he didn't throw the ball down the field like everybody wanted him to and make these splash plays, he was more efficient than what Shador was when it comes to the numbers perspective. Like, I don't understand. If we're defending one rookie, why are we not defending the other one? I think out of everybody in this situation, I trust Todd Monken in his evaluation of quarterbacks. You know why? Because Stetson Bennett won 2 fucking national championships on him at Georgia. I think he knows a thing or two about getting the best out of a quarterback. Unfortunately for Dylan, he just didn't fit in the equation of what they wanted to do, and he had an early exit to that competition. But there are people that are fielding calls right now for Dylan Gabriel. I mean, let's not act like the dude is just devoid of any talent. I hate when people say that shit, man.
Let's also not act like Dylan Gabriel isn't going to be named a starter at some point in the season for the Browns. Like, even if it's like, say, early on, like week 3 or whatever, after the first home game, and the Browns go like 0-3 under Watson, and he's like, all right, fine, we're starting Shador. You don't think that for like weeks 4 through 18, they're going to keep Shador? I have a feeling at some point we are going to see Dylan Gabriel for the Browns.
Mm-hmm. JT, go ahead, Lincoln.
No, but I just don't think Shador is still ready, because especially how we're talking about how taking over the training camp, like being ready, looking ready. And even if, like, I think during Stefanski gave like everyone chances. Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, and Joe Flacco. And Dylan Gabriel won the job because he was ready. And I don't think Shador is ready at all. And there's a reason why, like, you have to take like the coach's word, like saying like how he said, like Todd Monk is saying Deshaun Watson is taking like over the training camp, or like looking how ready he is. I just don't think Shador is ready, or whatever Shador is prepping himself. It just doesn't, I guess, don't look right for like coaches.
Yeah, I agree with this, Omari. It's what we're battling right now is Cleveland has a coach that it's kind of like having that like you work with somebody, right, and they're in a management position, and this is very much me in my job, so I might be kind of like living vicariously through myself at this point
right now.
But I might not be as high as a level as like a VP, but I'm respectable enough of being a director in my position. And if somebody wants to do some bullshit at a higher position, I'm not afraid to speak up and say something. And I think Todd Monken is the same way. Like, yeah, I know you're the owner, but like, fuck you. You asked me to be the coach of this team. Let me coach this fucking team or get rid of me. Like, and I respect that a lot from Todd Monken. So, I mean, Omari, I feel like that this is the best course of action too, but you have a coach that's not a pushover either. Like, if you had another coach that was in there,
he an old head. He ain't gonna get pushed over like that.
Yeah, but I agree. It's like everybody wants to see Shador play. Give him the fucking full 17 game schedule and see if he makes it out. Because number one, what you do by naming Shador as a starter is you give him everybody talks about, let's give him he didn't have first team reps. You already know that argument always comes up for the fucking amateur debaters out there. He didn't get first team reps. Well, he get all the first team reps with everybody that's healthy right now. And then you get into the middle of the season where he's, again, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The Browns haven't won a fucking game. Then they'll say something like, well, the running game's not good. They should run the ball more with Quinshon, and we got Quinshon Judkins, and then that'll be an excuse. And they'll say that the receivers suck. Like, it'll never be enough for Shador. And again, you've seen, if the fans say that Shador's as good as what he is, he should be able to deal with the shittiest team and elevate them to be the best. That's what always boggles my mind about the Shador fans. It's like, if he's that fucking good, okay, he's on the Browns. Give him the fucking full 17 game schedule and see if you guys make the playoffs. Because the last guy that dealt with the shitty Browns team was Baker Mayfield. And Baker Mayfield took the shitty team to the playoffs. He doesn't have that moxie like that. He just doesn't, bro. I'm sorry.
Again, I think it'd be poetic if Baker Mayfield rejoined the Browns after this year.
You know what's funny, Dante? Baker's Mayfield is going to be facing Tampa Bay in week 2.
Yeah.
Or Shador's going to be facing Tampa Bay?
Well, the Browns are. Yeah, whoever is starting quarterback in week 2.
Deshaun
maybe
Watson's facing Baker Mayfield week 2.
Yeah.
And Baker's going to make them pay.
Yeah, they don't even get their first home game till week 3. Yeah, tune in on that one, because I guarantee you can hear the boos all the way from the broadcasting on that one on week 3.
Yeah, that's just always been my thing, man. They talk about this dude like he's a superstar, but they give him all the excuses. No, you guys talk about like he should elevate any fucking team that he goes to, right? So last year, guess what? He was shitty. When he got the chance, he didn't elevate them. He was shitty. He had a couple splash plays, and everybody was, pinning the tail on the donkey on like, oh, this guy's the greatest quarterback ever. Under a 50%, under a 60% completion percentage. Like, what the fuck are we doing? I think people just need to like smell the roses. What's up, Chewy? Manny says, I hope my boy Darren Mensah doesn't go to the dumpster fire in Cleveland. And I bet you if Darren Mensah gets drafted to the Cleveland Browns, they will make the playoffs next year.
He'll actually be able to elevate the team. Because
he did it at Duke. Nobody caught the ball, and he put it in the vicinity in the breadbasket. I'm telling you, we'll get it. I talked about it last night. Darren Mensah I think Talon plays before Gabriel, to be honest. But how can you come to that conclusion when he didn't even play a snap in the preseason?
He didn't play one snap.
Not one snap.
Either. Granted, we'll see in this upcoming one, but still.
You're not seeing Talon Green. They ain't starting Dylan Gabriel, my man. So they'll give Sanders the entire season to after replacing Watson. The owner wants that money and also keep fans still watching. That is very true. Baker to the Browns. You think he wants to play for Jimmy Haslam again? If the price is right, because right now he's going through.
If price is right and Stefanski is gone, yeah. All the guys that he didn't like that were on like Carolina, the Browns, all that, they're gone.
It's a different coach. I don't think.
There's also an older Baker Mayfield as well.
Like Jimmy Haslam went and welcomed back with open arms. He's the one that got him the playoff win the last time that he was there.
Baker's going like check and go write whatever you want down there.
Baker's going through one of those what we would call he's trying to get that old man contract. Just in case I get hurt, anything that may happen, I still want to get paid. I know I'm like at the later part of my career right now. I'm either trying to win a Super Bowl or retire with a lot of money. That's what Baker Mayfield's at right now. But if Jimmy Haslam was like, yeah, we'll give you that package, he'd be in a Browns uniform telling Shedeur Sanders to go lick his balls.
Strap.
Yeah. So suck on these nuts. Like that's what he'd be telling them. Shit, Browns fans might even cheer for Baker when they score against them.
Shit, I gotta.
They definitely will if Deshaun Watson's their quarterback.
Right. I gotta see what ticket prices are gonna be for that one. I might have to be like, hold on, we gotta see this.
Facts. Anything else, gentlemen, before we move on to for the next one, man?
I mean, giving Todd Monken also credit. Like he also gave Lamar Jackson the MVP as well. Did he?
Yeah, first year.
Mm-hmm.
First year he was there?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, people act like he doesn't know how to choose a quarterback. If Dylan got limited snaps, he's not the guy. If Taylor didn't get any snaps, he's not the guy. If it became down between Deshaun and Shedeur, I'm sure some of it was pressure from the front office. And the rest of it, choosing the starter, was, I don't care about your contract, Deshaun. I think you give us the best chance to win. I don't think Todd's not a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's going to be a pretty good coach for the Browns. I just think right now, he's probably the best coach for this situation, to be completely honest. Because he's going to treat both of these guys the same. And he seems genuinely excited for both of them, too. Like, to see them grow into their role. Not, who's going to be the ultimate quarterback that's going to get us a Super Bowl right now. I don't think he's worried about that.
I think during the last draft, when I remember Shedeur saying that the Ravens wanted to draft him as well. So, I mean, it's just... As
a backup to Shedeur, though.
Yeah, as a backup, yeah.
Or the backup to Lamar. He went down for that shit. So, yeah, Todd has always been a fan of his. Like, so this is not like... this benching is not in regards of like... And I'm sure Todd's had this discussion with him, like, Shedeur, we believe in you. This is better for you to get better as a player. See what Deshaun does. As soon as Deshaun fucks up, we're throwing you in there, and you better carry us. Like, he's going to have that expectation for him because he had Stetson Bennett for 2 years and won 2 national championships.
Look at my pedigree.
Yeah. Monken had Winston balling in 18 when he was the OC. That's what I'm saying. It's I think the Browns are going to be pretty shitty, and I think they're going to be a lot of games that they should win. I don't think at the end of the season, regardless of the record, I don't think the Browns are going to be the team that everybody's like, oh man, they were a pushover. They might go 1-16, right? And I don't think we're sitting up here saying Browns suck balls. They were one of the worst teams ever. Now we're going to look at the scores and be like, damn, 27-28, 13-14, 10, 10-9. Like it's going to be shit like that throughout the season. And it's going to be fun to watch.
Maybe a couple games, not the entirety of it. I do think there's going to be genuine ones. Again, that week 2 Tampa, depending on what version of Tampa we get, I think they'll just blow them out the water.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mr. Brooks. I don't know whose topic this was, so whoever's it was, go ahead and speak to it.
Yeah, I mean, and everything that we have seen in training camp, and obviously, Rico Dowdle, he went to the Steelers. We saw what the, we saw the running back duo at Carolina when Rico Dowdle was there, and Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard gets injured. Rico Dowdle steps up, has an amazing stretch, right? And then you're stuck now with this 1-2 punch of Mingo. What? Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard. Yeah. And then, again, Rico Dowdle goes over to Steelers, and now we're getting Jonathan Brooks back. Because he was Jonathan Brooks was a top-tier running back prospect. Final season at Texas, 2023. 1,100 rushing yards, 10 touchdowns in just 11 games. That's really damn impressive for a running back in college. And obviously Texas is known for producing these running backs. The problem has been his injury history. He tore his ACL at Texas in November 2023, which pushed his rookie debut all the way to late November in 2024. Oh, you have it up there. Cool. Finally gets on the field, tears the same ACL 2 weeks later. So 2 ACL tears in 13 months, and that pretty much just wiped out the entirety of his 2025 season, putting him on the physically unable to perform list. Only has had 9 carries, 22 yards, and 3 catches. That's kind of been it. So, you're looking at all that going, well, two ACL injuries. We saw what we had with Hubbard and Dowdle. We let Dowdle go. Hubbard is shown to have been that guy when he is healthy. Why should we believe that Jonathan Brooks is the secret weapon? So I feel like the turn in this point is, when Brooks is fully healthy heading into 2026, and Carolina's coaching staff, they're not subtle at all about how excited they are. When your head coach, Dave Canales himself, has put him with the first team offense in the preseason opener against Buffalo, first game since 2024, that shows that they've got a lot of hope and they are hyped for him to return. And even Canales said he's in great shape. Quote, great shape, ready to rock. He's ready to play football. He's looked a lot more explosive in training camp than even Hubbard has. And again, depth chart situation is wide open because Hubbard lost his job. You could say whatever it was of the depth chart. When Rico Dowdle eventually took over and then Hubbard came back, Hubbard was in the running back 2 spot. Mm-hmm. Dowdle was the running back 1 in that moment in time in the midseason. And again, it's you've got so much of this hype and potential, and you're not asking him to be a full bell cow. Obviously, you're not asking him to take 80% of the snaps. You can run a running back 1-2 punch with Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks now. But again, I think when you look at it, this has been a weapon that has been, unfortunately has dealt with 2 injuries. He's done his time. He's been waiting. He's been learning. And now it's time to finally unleash him. And we've been able to see that in these preseason games. We've been able to hear about it and read about it in the preseason training camps. There have been some clips about it that we've been able to see. I think it's finally time for him to unleash why he was such a high draft pick. Show off that explosive tape that we saw. Yes, exactly. Second rounder. Show off that explosive tape that we saw at Texas. And, again, this is the first time in 2 years that he's been fully healthy, man. He has been waiting. He's been itching to get back out there. I'm excited for Jonathan Brooks to be back. We were pretty high on him when he came out of the draft. I think we're finally going to be able to see the version that we've all been waiting on.
You were high on him. I wasn't.
You're right. That's right.
Correction.
You
Correction.
were the one. My fault. I thought I was like, there was somebody else who wasn't. I don't remember who it was.
I thought he was decent. I didn't think he was anything to write home about. But I mean, the thing about the whole situation is it is sad, his injury history, and it's just like, man, players do change when they get to the NFL, but I don't know. I mean, how much it messes with your mental just like year after year. It's just always something, right? And you know, you get the Rico Dowdles that come in, and they still haven't kind of like replaced his role. They've just been bringing a bunch of veterans in until he got back. I think the ultimate goal for them was to be Chuba Hubbard, Jonathan Brooks. I think that has always been the backfield that they've wished would happen. Now, everybody knows Jatavion Sanders is there, which was his teammate as well. And, you know, a lot of people were high on him as well. Didn't really, work out that way that they wanted it to. But we'll see what Jatavion Sanders looks like this year as well. But, yeah, I think maybe Jonathan Brooks is that secret weapon because you do have A.J. Dillon there. You do have Chuba Hubbard there. You know, you got Trevor A-Chain there. That's your boy, so I know how you feel about that dude. And then Anthony Tyus, who's been fairly decent.
Nothing but fumble the ball.
He's been fairly decent in the preseason so far. So I guess what you would want to see from Jonathan Taylor is just come back and work yourself into the system slowly. You might see 5 carries, then 8 carries the next game, then 10 carries the next game. Like, I think that kind of needs to be his maturation process. The thing about him is he's 23. So over the last 3 seasons since you've had him, he's still pretty young as well, as far as age goes. So I don't know. The whole Panthers running back room has just been so full of injuries. All of them, bro. And I love Chuba Hubbard. I think Chuba Hubbard's one of the most underrated guys that gets disrespected all the time when we talk about like running backs that you hope just take the next step. Like Chuba Hubbard's like a top 20 guy that has always just kind of snuck his, it kind of peaks at like, maybe I could be top 15 this year. Oh, maybe I can be top 10 this year. He's been like one of those guys like year to year to year. So maybe Jonathan Brooks can help him get there. But I mean, I don't know. You look up and down this roster, it's like you got a bunch of 20-year-olds, and he's the youngest one of the whole crew outside of Trevor A-Chain, which Trevor A-Chain is a special teamer at this point. Let's call it what it is. But outside of that, he is the guy that will be the youngest amongst all the running backs.
His name to me again.
that will be running the rock. So he might be. I'm just not banking on the Panthers making a huge splash with Jonathan Taylor. Or Jonathan Brooks, sorry.
I'm about to say I wouldn't expect to make a huge splash on Taylor either.
I'm not too big on Jonathan Brooks as well. Like when I watched him play, I just literally thought like he was just like kind of like the best running back out of the whole group, especially
Quintavion Wisner last year, just the best running back out of the group, but not anything special. That's how I looked at him too.
But also, like, I mean, Bucky Irving is going he's going off as the best running back in this class right now. But I'm also a Chuba Hubbard guy because I think Chuba Hubbard is very underappreciated. I just don't think that people just disrespecting his name so much that I just dude, Chuba Hubbard has always been reliable. He had played behind Christian McCaffrey, and when Christian McCaffrey got hurt, he stepped in, showing that he can also beat that guy even if Christian McCaffrey's gone.
Chuba Hubbard is the Curtis Martin as far as when I watch Curtis Martin growing up, I'm not saying that these two like are the caliber of running back, right? But Curtis Martin was one of those guys, and Severe and a couple of the older guys in the chat maybe know exactly what I'm talking, because I think this is a little bit before both of your guys' time. But I remember the transition from the Patriots over to the Jets, and when he was at the Jets, it was like there was always a couple running backs that were just better than him or more exciting than him to watch. But like the dude always produced year after year after year, battled some injuries and still like produced. Like I think Chuba Hubbard is like one of those underground favorite like players that will never get any love. But then you look at his career later on, especially his healthy years, and be like, damn, Chuba Hubbard was actually a fucking great running back at times. But yeah, Panthers still haven't found their guy at running back. They need to get a running back high next year. I think that they found their guy. I think nothing says we found our guy like Chuba Hubbard still being on this roster and getting rid of Rico Dowdle, right? Like,
yeah, because they were both on contract years, I believe.
Yeah, and Rico Dowdle still. I think they still trust in that, but you can't keep him healthy without having another guy that's able to produce too. And I think their goal previous was to have Jonathan Brooks be the 1-2 punch for Chuba, but we can't really, we'll let Rico go and still trust in the fact of our original plan because now Jonathan Brooks is going to be healthy. I think that's kind of where they're trying to get to. And how old is Rico Dowdle? Isn't he almost 30 years old?
I think he's like 28 or 29.
I didn't think he was that old.
Yeah, he's 28 years old.
Damn.
So, and you have Chuba Hubbard, who's 27. Who are you going to keep on this roster when you have 23-year-old Jonathan Brooks? Like, just didn't make sense for Rico Dowdle to be on this team. If Rico Dowdle would have ran for 1,800 yards or something like that, then yeah, Panthers would be like, hell yeah. But I mean, what was his stats last year? I mean, he was decent, right?
Isn't that crazy?
He barely had 1,000 yards and 6 touchdowns. Okay,
no,
you can go.
It's kind of crazy because Chuba Hubbard, isn't he like? Did he enter the draft when he was like 20? I know he's been here for a while.
No, Chuba Hubbard battled some injuries at Oklahoma State a lot.
But he entered in the draft at like around 20, right? Before he turned 21.
I think he was.
Season.
No, he was 22 when he entered the draft.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Because I know he was
22.
He's been here for a while. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know. I just don't see. I mean, the thing about Chuba though is he's only gonna miss a couple games. Like, I mean, he only misses like 1 or 2 games a year, and they kind of work him back into a couple other games where he's not getting a ton of carries. But I don't know. I just think he's an underground favorite, man. He's a really good running back at the end of the day. So. But yeah, this an interesting one, man. I don't think people are talking about it enough. That's why I wanted to put on here because yeah, Jonathan Brooks is making his way back, and Dave Canales
he's making a splash.
Dave Canales is making a splash too with the media talking about that's my guy. So we'll see.
You my boy, Blue.
All right, real quick, man. We'll go through these Nike rivalry unis, and I gotta get your guys' opinion on them.
I've only seen like a few screenshots. I saw like a quick glimpse of them. I didn't see everything.
A couple.
Oh, don't worry, I got them for you. First one up, Tennessee Titans. Shits her ass.
I like the powder blue. I like the concept they tried to do, but yeah, it just looks.
So a big thing with them is like on the sleeves and the helmet, it's supposed to resemble like guitar strings and stuff like that. Like
I can't even see that.
Yeah, it's like some stripes going across. I mean,
like I guess it makes sense with Nashville being the music city.
Yeah, because I think they're trying to save like their music city wise.
Oh yeah, of course, the big country music city, like that. But that's not moving me. I mean, they have
the Chris Stapleton unis.
Yeah, they have Music City across like above the numbers. I mean, the helmet's pretty cool. I do like that helmet. But that's it. Like the uniform to me is
I like the concept
horrible.
they tried to do. You know, I do gotta appreciate the Music City. Obviously, you know, you got a lot of big stars coming out of that, a lot of country stars, R&B, Dolly Parton. But you know, like I can appreciate the nod to it. But yeah, the idea was great. The execution, not so much.
The numbers are supposed to resemble like that fluorescent light type shit.
Like the neon light, a neon moon,
the neon lights. Yeah.
Oh, so we're doing a neon moon here. Back to country. I see.
I mean, I do like the guitar strings on the helmet. I think the helmet design looks really good. But it's also like I'm not a huge fan of their number font. It's like it's kind of.
You can kill a jersey with the number font for sure, and that's going to be a theme here for sure. So,
but I really do like the Music City logo as in like the jersey, but overall it's just like I think the number font has just really killed the jersey.
So are we giving this a thumbs up or a thumbs down? I'm giving this a thumbs down. This shit's ass.
I might just give it
in
between.
Idea cool, concept nah.
Next one. These shits are fucking horrible.
What is this? Coastal Carolina? What the fuck am I looking at?
The gold face mask should never work ever. And then the teal on the helmet is fucking whack. Hate that shit. The numbers are ass. The pants are cool with the leopard print, but I don't want them all over. I wish it was like black pants with that teal on the side and the actual like leopard print inside of the fucking stripe instead. All over makes it look like my wife about to ride the Peloton, bro. The fuck are we doing? This shit's terrible.
This is it's bad. I don't like it.
There's a lot of just process what was just said here and what I'm looking at. What?
Bold City.
I'm about to say, yeah. We'll get back to some of those comments, but like nobody in this photo shoot said, y'all, these look like ass, bro. What are we doing?
These shits are fucking horrible, bro. I'm embarrassed.
This really is
awful. Yeah. Again, I'm still not convinced that this isn't Coastal Carolina.
I mean, if they had a different helmet, it might be okay, but the helmet just kills this whole shit.
It is.
The gold face mask is gay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, man, who is gonna select these, like manually select these in Madden, you know, because you know that you can change the option to have like your color rush jerseys, all
bro,
that.
I'm so glad
you're selecting this like consciously in Madden. That's one of those ones where I just automatically sim in one of the games. I'm like, oh, I'm in this shit. All right.
No, I'm so glad you brought that up because in Madden, this is like a little kid getting a hold of like a jersey combination. They just be, this looks cool, and then it's like completely ass.
Wait, Dante, have you seen their home jersey too? I mean, it's just like bad too.
I've seen it all. I'm done with this shit. And it's crazy because they put Trevor Lawrence all the way on the left side and put Parker Washington.
He didn't want to be seen wearing it, bro.
He don't want to be part of it.
Not one player said, "Nah, I'm not wearing them shits." Yeah, it's horrible. So, thumbs up, thumbs down. This shit, thumbs down. This shit's horrible.
Oh, this ass, bro. This ass.
This might be the worst one out of the whole group. I haven't decided yet because some of these are just really bad.
This is one of those ones where I turn on the black and white like function on the TV.
This one just confuses me because you have an all black jersey and it looks okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of like doing all blacks, but why do you make that fucking helmet that blue?
This reminds me
why don't you
of
do
what
matte
the Lions,
blue?
This is what it reminds me of when the Lions did the Kroger unis. This is just this, but darker.
I'm conflicted. This one's like in the middle for me. It's not a thumbs up or a thumbs down. The helmet just kills it for me. I just don't know what the fuck these teams are thinking. I don't know what this is supposed to capture in Indianapolis because me and Sora have been there. I've been there several times. It's one of the... I don't know. The city's confusing.
I'm about to say, what is this? This tells me nothing about oil.
They just kind of like they just destroyed the stripe where they had like the nice clean like the Colt stripe, and it just it just looks terrible on the stripes.
Why haven't we got a design where they turn the horseshoe this way so they can spell Colts with the fucking horseshoe as the C? Why have we not seen that yet? Why has there not been a decision from Nike to turn that fucking horseshoe the other way? And or if you wanted to do this, this is the perfect time to use that. Do y'all remember when they had the white logo that was the design of Indiana, like the state of Indiana? Why didn't they put that on the side of the helmet as a rivalry jersey? I don't fucking know. This one's in the middle. I don't necessarily hate it, but this shit is.
Yeah,
I don't know. The helmet
love it.
kills it.
I don't hate it. Again, it just reminds me of when the Lions did this with their all gray with the blue stripe, but this is just darker.
Yep. Oh God.
This is we're trying to do Oilers again.
This is Houston is going so hard to rival the Titans. It's not even funny. Like, we literally have in one division the same fucking colors for two teams.
Yeah. Nasty work, bro.
Who allowed
this? Who gave the okay?
And I get it. It's like everybody's trying to take something from their town and everything, but the numbers are fucking ugly. And I don't know, if you guys look at a picture of these up close, they're like bricks. It's like squares that build out it's gay. I'm sorry. The only thing I like about this uniform is the white Texans logo. Like, that shit is dope. I love that logo. They should use that shit more, but everything else sucks balls. I hate it. This is a thumbs down for me. I do not like these.
I don't know.
No comments, or
I was just shaking my head, bro. Again, I can see them trying to do like the Houston Oilers, but they did that the last time, so it's like
we just need to give it up, man. The Titans already brought it back. Like, stop with this shit. The two things that we need to stop is all black jerseys. All of them suck. They all suck. When the Saints released that helmet, the all black one, and then the stripe was just the Saints logo, like in mini form, I said,
yeah,
we cannot get this lazy as designing, bro. That is fucking stupid. But people ate that shit up like it was nothing. But from the graphic design standpoint, this shit is so lazy. I expect more out of Nike, man. I really do, because they've given us
cheap, bro.
They've given us some really cool jerseys over the years, man. They have. When they got to like 6-7 years into having the license for this shit, they fucked up. All right, I hate these. I hate them. I hate them. I hate gold face masks, bro. This shit just kills it for me.
It's just.
I like the Celtic thing that they did, but yeah, the gold.
It's too.
I think
big.
if it weren't for the gold face mask, I would be okay.
You know what Nike did? You remember Florida State when we had that big ass design on the shoulders?
Yeah,
it's like the same thing, and then we made them tiny, and it became much better. That Celtic design is just way too fucking big, bro. I can't tell you how much I hate these shits.
I kind of like this one.
Like, I wish they could have made it better. I think if that Celtic design, just you know how they make it through the Seahawks, just a little bit more through the shoulders so that it shows that little nice Celtic line. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of that gold mask face, because it's just
it looks so ugly, man. When the Ravens did it, it was ugly. When they did it, it's ugly. When the Jaguars did it, it's ugly. Gold face masks suck balls. They're as bad as gray face masks. They should never be in existence.
I'd almost say do a white face mask here.
Why don't they just do purple face masks like they have on the other one? Or wait,
Yeah.
I think they said it was black, which is crazy because I thought it was just a dark purple.
That's it.
But yeah, why not just do a purple face mask? I don't understand. I mean, yeah, white would have looked much better.
But I do agree though. The Celtic on the design is just way too big. I think it just could have like made it a little bit smaller and like go a little across through the jersey into the like the middle part right here, like how the Seahawks done their jersey. I think it would have been look a little bit nicer.
I think what really kills it outside of the gold face mask is the numbers. The numbers suck, bro. The font is whack.
Yeah, I can't really see the numbers. The clearest one I see is that 3 up there, but yeah, of Addison.
It's just too
But I
wacky.
Yes.
Love these. These are the best ones. This is a good splash of the past with what they have in new school. Like if they said that these were their uniforms moving forward, I probably wouldn't like it because I mean I probably would be okay with it, but just their classics or the class they should never change them. But I'm okay with these. I think this is a great tribute to the.
What was your thought on the? I think there are other ones where they just went like all the way back and they had like brown helmets.
I mean, those are whack too, but
Yeah.
I don't mind the like when people wear like the bumblebees or like the splash of the past.
Don't
like,
ever bring up the bumblebee unis,
Bumblebees.
dude. Those shits are ass.
but I'm to the point where I'm just like, if you're only wearing it for like one game, just like as like a tribute thing, I'm okay with that. Like, but people are rocking uglier jerseys as not a tribute, but like just as their main jersey week to week. I mean, you guys know that these rivalry jerseys are permanent. They're gonna wear them every year. So,
I mean, I think this is like kind of like the best overall jersey that like I kind of see right now.
I think this is number one to me. The only thing that I would change, the nameplate on the back with the name is all yellow. I would change that to white. And then also I would make the face mask. I would make the face mask all white. If they did that, this shit would be undefeated.
Oh yeah, Definitely.
Unguardable.
Next one. Oh shit. A lot of people see these and they think of the Carolina Panthers, but I think people are fucking stupid. So, because first of all, there's no Carolina like it says Detroit. The box letters you can find out on like 6 other teams, and it's in italics. Also, the stripe up top doesn't connect to the shoulder pads like the Panthers does. The Panthers don't wear a matte helmet. They wear a silver helmet or a blue helmet or a black helmet that has the flakes in it. Like, and then I like the fact that it's like it looks like rubber. That it's what we're talking about Detroit here. Like,
Yeah.
this encapsulated the city the best.
I like this one the most.
Yeah, I like this one the most.
I think
too.
this one's pretty good.
I think them and Green Bay did really well.
Yeah. Hot take, I hate all of them. I can see that. I can see that.
That's fair.
I kind of was like that last year until I had to like pick a couple that I'd actually liked. All right, next one. I actually don't mind these either. The only thing that I don't like is the fucking orange helmet, but everything else I'm cool with.
You don't like their orange helmet? I think they're this one's
If they did the
50-50.
orange helmet with the bear face on it, I would think that would be better.
Ugh, I'm allergic to this
Oh
bullshit,
yeah,
bro.
that would have been better.
Yeah, but I don't mind it. Some people hate these, but like I think the socks are cool. I think the half
I think the
upward,
socks are great.
the half upward stripe on the sleeves is pretty cool, where it just gets cut off in the middle. I think the patch where they like redesigned it, that's cool. The block numbers are cool.
I
It's
think
simple. That's why I like
Like
it.
it would look even cooler.
It's simple. It's old school. I like it.
Like it would be like way cooler if they had like the orange visors too. It would have looked nice.
The orange put orange visors on these.
Yeah, but I know it's player preference.
I don't know. I like them as they
I
are.
like colored visors. I think they shouldn't be banned in the NFL. I think this shit's so
Yeah,
stupid.
I wish they shouldn't be banned.
I thought they looked like UT alt unis. For which ones?
What, this one? The Bears?
Simple and clean, yeah. I don't mind the helmet, but like I think it still look all right. I think out of anything, it looks like an old school like Illinois jersey or
Yeah, that's what I'm
like
saying. And that's
jersey.
probably why I like them, because it's very old school, and again, it's simple and clean.
But I agree with Dante. If they added the bear on the helmet, it would have. I think
just to do something different. But I get what they're doing. They're obviously they got the old school like bear logo at the top. They're trying to honor like the old school thing. So you have to have this type of helmet. But like, yeah, I think sometimes you can mix the old with the new. Texas has black alt unis coming, like those. Oh. Leave it up to Hayden. He says he hates Texas uniforms, but those are some of the cleanest uniforms ever. Hayden also doesn't like helmet stickers.
That man is lying.
But that is my bad. That is our
Surprise Lincoln
NFL Rush show for this week, man. The college show is gonna get a little spicy here in a second. Anything y'all want to say before we get out of here and close out the NFL show?
Rashad Bateman's done. Rashad Bateman's done.
Facts. Factual information.
Lincoln, I need you to go back to the old channel and just type up Gridiron Apex Rashad Bateman and watch all the videos.
Oh yeah, I've heard you guys' takes on Rashad Bateman. Like
I got destroyed. I did. Ravens fans came after me.
No, you were 100% right. Because I knew Rashad Bateman wasn't that good. Like I've watched him, like throughout the whole, like I think his rookie year, and he never made an impact. Like I just don't get the hype on Rashad Bateman.
Man got feet for hands, bro. Feet for hands, for sure. And they extended him last year, which was disgusting.
That's deep.
But I think what happened now is I think he's having off the field issue, and I'm saying like he's done.
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't he like bust in a car with like a kid in there or some shit?
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's like I think it was a baby mama. So I don't know.
You can't just be breaking into people. Can't just be destroying cars with children in it, bro. That's insane.
And then especially, I think Jacoby Lane and Elijah Sarras looking like really good in prison.
Mm-hmm.
He's done. He's done.
Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked. I think that them and Zay Flowers are gonna be awesome together.
Oh yeah.
It's just my humbly's opinions on that one. Yeah, I think I'm good, gentlemen. Anything else that we want to discuss before we take a little bit of a break? And well, actually, this is a good one. Somehow James Pierce only got like a six game suspension too.
I thought it was an 8 game.
Yeah, it was 8 games. The thing about the NFL, they're not going to be able to fight it even in an appeal status because the courts already did away with it. So this is like the maximum that he was going to get. I'm glad that he got 8 games because if you watch the videos, that shit was nasty work, bro. I don't know how fuck they dropped the charges on that. I love James Pierce as a player, but bro, that was you were fucking insane.
Diabolical.
Yeah, you a piece of shit. But yeah, he got 8 games, so good on the NFL. Hopefully he learns his lesson. But maybe this is the time where this can actually save his life and he can start turning his shit around.
Yeah, turn this shit around.
Yeah, but definitely we'll see, man. All right, we'll see you guys next week on the next on episode 3 of NFL Rush. And for those that are gonna see us on the other channel, link is in the description for the college football channel. We're gonna do our weekly show for that one where it's gonna get a little spicy. I'm just letting you know right now, brothers. But we're gonna take a little bit of a break. We'll see you on the flip side. Peace.